Something that you've talked about that has everyone now talking is CFL 2.0. What was the genesis of it? How did it even come about?
You know, I look at all the other sports leagues around the world and I see what they're doing, and you trace them back. The answer lies in this, that international is big. Look at junior hockey in this country. It's fantastic. Junior hockey players are amazing. But we looked at the Memorial Cup, the average minute audience for their broadcast ratings, and then we look at the average minute audience for the World Junior Tournament, and there is like 10 times more people watch the World Junior Tournament. Why? International works. I think in 1972, when we played the Russians in that famous 72 Summit Series, I think it changed hockey. You look at our biggest cities, Vancouver, you look at Toronto, you look at Montreal. Those are big international cities, and you think, well, how do I attract fans in those communities? Not by selling them the same old thing, but perhaps by selling them an upgraded game, an upgraded league. 30 countries in the world now playing gridiron football. Japan has 400 high schools, 200 universities playing football. Germany has more kids playing football than Canada has playing football. You think, wow, okay, so you know what? Wow, how exciting would it be to have the best players from the world come and play in our league? We should put out the international welcome mat because we're the right country to do it.
What's the best case scenario to get that international fandom?
Phase one is, can we bring some players into our league who can compete with the great players that play today? Is there an opportunity for players who aren't quite ready to play in our league to go play in other leagues and continue to develop their skills? You know, I look at the Premier League as an example. At one point, they came out of the EFL, the English Football League. 20 teams in 1993 broke away from the EFL to form the Premier League. In 1996, they decided to become a global league of players. About 70% of the players at that time were English born and raised. Today, 30% are English born and raised. Nobody's going to say that soccer hasn't gotten way bigger in England. I think it's an opportunity to welcome people in, become more of a global product, use that to stimulate growth, and then long-term, think about phase two and think about phase three. Could there one day be a World Cup of gridiron football? If we're going to think big, let's think really big and imagine a day with all these countries playing that there will be an international competition for football, and how exciting would that be for our fans? All these things are possible. You have to, how's that phrase go? Even the longest journey starts with one small step.
You want the Grey Cup to be the biggest celebration of Canada. It's a league where the only national anthem you hear is one of Canada's. Are those two things mutually exclusive? Can you make it internationally friendly and also keep it as part of Canadiana?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I think Canadians love a good party. I think they love to celebrate. It can be the biggest day in sports in this country every year. It can be Canadian and it can be international too. I think what I observe when I'm in stadiums visiting fans, when I'm talking to fans, is they want great football. They want exciting football. They want to cheer for great players. And in classic Canadian way, they're going to cheer for the best players regardless of where they come from in the world. They're going to cheer as hard, if not harder, because it is in part kind of this celebration of what has made Canada so great.